Thank you, Rachel, and good morning, everyone. My name is Lene Knudsen, and I work for Growcom on our SEQ Water Quality project. And we got 87 growers has been through the project over the last 5 years. We're into the 6th year now, so I'll tell you a bit about what we've done with these growers today. First of all, though, see if I can work this one out. Yes. First of all, Growcom, everyone might not know who we are. So we're the peak industry body for production horticulture here in Queensland, and we work with fruit, vegetable and nut growers across the state. We do things like industrial relations advice. We do policy and advocacy work for the industry, and we got 3 flagship programs that are the base for most of our work. We got InfoPest, which is a database for pesticides and agricultural chemicals. We got Fair Farms, which is a fair and ethical work program for the growers. And then we got Hort360, which I didn't have room for on the slide, but I'm going to talk a lot more about it later, so I left it out. So the SEQ Water Quality project is all about promoting best practice management around nutrient and sediment control for the horticulture growers. And as the name says, it's Southeast Queensland, but I'm going to focus on Palmerston Passage today. The project team, it's myself, I'm based here in Birwa in the Glasshouse Mountains, and Rowena Berridge is the project manager. It's funded by the Department of Environment and Science. So the base of the work we're doing is Hort360. It's the horticulture industry's best management practice program. It's an on-farm risk management tool. The process is designed to give growers a 360-degree view of their business and farming operation. It establishes a baseline and a path forward to improve business, and it's a whole of business approach for sustainable management on farm. So Hort360 got a range of base modules that you can see here, and for water quality we are mainly taking questions in the irrigation module around pesticides, soil and runoff. The process is normally a facilitated process where we take growers through a set of questions, and at the end of that the system spits out a report for the grower where they can see a baseline for where they sit with their management, and if there's room for improvement there will be some recommendations there. And Hort360 also consists of a lot of resources, case studies and fact sheets where the growers can go and learn more about different topics that they're interested in improving. So here I got a sample of some of the questions we are asking the growers. It's not so much about the questions. What I want to focus on here is the different bars. So we have asked growers back in 2017, and recently in 2020 we have reassessed the growers and we asked them these questions, and at the bottom line you can see the score they got, and the main focus here is about the improvement. So you can see from the blue line back in 2017 to the red line, we actually see quite a bit of improvement. So that is good to see, and we do believe and hope that the project has helped promote the best practice and have put focus on that, so the growers are changing their management. So as said, we had 87 growers in the Palmerston Passage that have gone through one or more modules in Hort360. And I want to show a fancy map like everyone else has today. So first of all, the outlines of the Palmerston. We got the waterways and major water bodies here. And then we got the horticulture footprint. And we got about 4,600 hectares of horticulture land in the area. Out of those hectares, you can see the blue dots there, they're the growers and the land that has been covered by Hort 360. And as we have talked about, and many of you will know already, the concentration of horticulture is around the Glasshouse Mountain and Biawa, and down around Vamuran and Alimba. All right. Besides the Hort 360 program, we're also doing some mapping services for the grower that can help them to know to get to know their land a little bit better. I always say that the growers are the expert on their land and their farm, but these services are quite a good thing for the growers. So we do farm maps, simple farm maps. I'm going to go through a few examples of them all in a minute. We do light detection and ranging, or LiDAR maps. We do electromagnetic mapping, EM38, and we do normalized difference vegetation index, NDVI. So a farm map looks something like this, where we identify the growing areas. There's dams in there. There's the sheds and packing sheds, and there can be fuel tanks on there and things like that. LiDAR mapping is a remote sensing technique, normally from a satellite, where we get a set of data, and that can be developed into some LiDAR maps. They can identify erosion hotspot, water flow accumulation and direction, water logging, and optimal drain locations for the growers. That's an example of a LiDAR map. This is a flow accumulation. We got EM38 mapping. That's is done on the ground, where a machine runs over the soil and identify different structures in the soil, moisture holding capacity. Those maps are really good for informing the growers on where to do soil testing. They can optimize the irrigation design and drainage and runoff management. NDVI is normally done from either a drone, or it can be satellite data as well. It can identify nutritional disorders, waterlogging, pest and disease pressures, differences in the soil as well, and it can also see if there's been some mishaps with spraying and fertilizer. Another part of the project is some work and facilitation Growcom is doing for the Pineapple Environmental Sustainability team. It was identified that there was a lot of stakeholders in the pineapple industry that did a lot of work and were looking for better options and to improve management practices. So we got a team together consisting of Growcom, Australian Pineapples, which have the grower representation. We think it's important to have the growers involved in this whole process. We got Tim Wallens, who will also be on the panel discussion later, and Department of Agriculture and Fisheries are represented, and Healthy Land and Water. And the team has been running for a couple of years now, I think, and we got 37 on-farm trials, many of them here in the Palmerston catchment, but all along the coast where we grow pineapples. These are some examples of some of the trials where we're testing different drainage systems, sediment ponds, and road direction. And so that's a quick overview of what we have been working with the growers over the last 5 years. We are just trying to support the industry to continue to grow all the fresh and delicious locally grown food that we all appreciate and love. So, thank you.